Hi, you guys. My name is Lenisha. I am a wise counsel and many more things. If you're ever looking for readings, advice, life coaching sessions, I also have child services. Please reach out to me. Okay. Oh, I think I went live on my backup account. That's fine. All right, but the channel song is Smooth Operator by Sade. I am about to get into a reading. Okay. Only take what resonates. This message doesn't have to just resonate for today, tomorrow. It can also resonate as far as out like 11 months from now, 5 years from now. All right. I'm not sure what the message is going to be. But don't forget, this is not a personal reading. It is a collective. People most definitely are missing out on finances or income because of some type of karma. The energy could be yours. It could be someone else's. The deck that I'm using is the Golden Journey Pocket deck. I will be doing a flip through of these real soon. This deck just came in yesterday. Today is February the 28th. It's the last day of the month. And we're going to be in March. Today is a Saturday. It's currently 3:40 a.m. Hello, hello. If you guys are wanting to be a part of the collective, please make sure you're double tapping the screen, sharing the live, gifting, anything that's contributing to the live. Alright, what messages do I have here for the collective? Out of all 78 plus cards in this deck, what cards or card resonates most for this collective that will be seeing this, that is currently watching? Thank you for the roses. I'm wanting to get the live to 15K, you guys. If we work together, we can get there. All right, so the Four of Cups. Okay, on the back of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. So maybe when it comes to your foundation, your legacy, your home situation, your financial security, there could be some apathy going on. Okay, these energies don't have to like combine and correlate together. A separate message is solely apathy, discontent, possibly even boredom. Being in this energy allows you to miss out on certain opportunities though, so be mindful of that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hello. All right, you could be an earth sign or have these placements, water sign or have these placements. Taurus energy could be significant, Hierophant energy, God, traditional or conventional beliefs, realities, contracts could be significant, beliefs, commitments. So this is the overall energy. So maybe there's some type of apathy. Maybe creating some type of solid foundation could really some of you guys could be coming into newness, or you're being encouraged to create some type of security. This next channel song is called Beetlejuice by Mariah the Scientist. The Hierophant. Religious or spiritual teachers, speakers. Drink from your fountain, but it's just bittersweet. Let me turn this light up a little bit. Alrighty. got it, because he gonna cut it loose, girl. So some of you guys, this is tied to your commitments, your values, your beliefs. This energy can represent God. To be a fire. Somebody is no longer in this space of like, it's almost like when you come into an awakening, you can't unsee something anymore. There could be some type of internal conflict going on. Yes, what is it that you need to let go and release? Reflect upon. You could be talking to a starseed, light workers, which is the same as earth angels. Could be speaking with divine feminines. Divine feminine is not necessarily a person or a gender. It's an energy. Yeah, it says retreat, rest. We got deep replenishment coming out. And then we got the sisterhood, tied to beauty and devotion, priestess energy. And then on the back of the deck is the Temperance card, Sagittarius, talking about balance, tranquility, and things of that nature. So you guys could be getting things into order, or divine timing is at play. Divine orchestration, divine intervention. You have to remember that you are, how things come about in your reality is not just tied to magic or manifestations. It's also tied to action. If you are in an energy that doesn't feel well, you have to help yourself get out of it. So the main energies is also, like I mentioned, balance. Let's take this out. Lovers is here. This could be union of self. This could be union with someone else. Some of y'all, there may be trouble in paradise. For others of you, you could be attracting a dynamic that's more stable, secure. This most definitely could be a soulmate. It's a lot of major energy going on, but how someone is emotionally, it's not really in the best energy. That's why it's being encouraged to retreat, to rest, and align your life. What is not aligned? What needs to be changed? Especially to help you get out of a particular energy. Some of you guys, this could be a relationship. If you're wanting to get a private reading or one-on-one sessions with my other services like life coaching, mentorships, etc., you can always send in your payment by clicking the link in my bio and scrolling all the way down to payment options. If you guys need to schedule a free consultation and know more about what I provide, I also have a website that's pretty in-depth. But if you guys tell me specifically what you're looking for, I can tell you my prices for today. If it's like readings. The list is open. Nobody is currently on the list. Don't forget, this is a collective. It's not a personal message. I also do private readings instead of just live readings. All right, Taurus, Sagittarius, Scorpio. The planet Saturn most definitely could be significant. We're currently experiencing a Mercury retrograde. So there may be some type of trouble within communication, technology, different stuff like that. A lot of astrologists purposely delays certain like new projects or whatever the case may be that they're starting on around this time, because a lot of times it seems like certain things don't tend to work out the best. This is not to tell you to postpone, delay, any of those things. It's just most astrologists do those things. This next channel song is by Leon Thomas. It's called Lucid Dreams. Stand your ground with the Seven of Wands energy here. If you are experiencing some type of apathy about something, see, I feel like a lot of you guys, you could be healers, you could be people who you don't like to stay stagnant. I don't want to say perfectionist, but you're serious about your journey, about healing, about growth, etc. So whenever you're in apathy about something, so if this is tied to your relationships, if you're connecting with people who are not in alignment with you, you can't control anything outside of yourself. But you can most definitely create the reality that you want to live in. We choose who we love. So if people are seeming like they're not in alignment with you, allow them their own time to grow and to come into this energy. A lot of you guys, that basically means taking time away from these individuals. Because I feel like some of you guys, you're in the energy of apathy. And you're being encouraged to stand your ground regardless. So it's not like you're in apathy for no reason or you're being stubborn. It's more like you're going based off your beliefs, commitments, values, etc. And as we know, you do create your reality based on what you believe in, your thoughts, etc. I could be speaking to your angels can also be significant. God and angels are most definitely showing themselves in your life, in this reading. Maybe you're just a spiritual, divine being or whatever the case may be. But stand your ground. If something is not the way you want it, like it, etc., this is your reality. So you can choose to release, move forward, etc. Set boundaries. If something feels out of alignment, then that means that your soul is encouraging you to change something or shift something. And this isn't saying this is what, like, for everyone, but maybe you personally, like when you're in certain spaces, like some of y'all probably won't even be able to sleep right, maneuver through life, you know, in a particular energy or in a particular way. I feel like you're a person of peace. You're a person that sees the beauty in things. You could be a beautiful person inside and out. You could be a priestess. You're very intuitive. So I feel like you know what you be talking about. And when your emotions are in a particular energy, pay attention to that, because that can also be highlighting something to you. Sometimes people think, oh, you're just being extra, or you're being stubborn, or, oh, well, maybe, you know, da-da-da. See, when someone is a high priestess, has a refined intellect, beautiful inside and out, you feel what you feel for a reason, okay? Sometimes trauma could be a thing and like all these other things, but aside from that, you know, trust yourself for sure. If you have romantic counterparts or platonic relationships or people overall who you're connecting with that seems out of alignment, you know, it seems like there's cognitive dissonance going on, whatever the case may be, this could be encouraged to do some type of internal work, because a lot of times it's not really everybody else. It's just like us giving ourselves karma, right? But a lot of times you can be right on the money when it comes to people outside of yourself. So, I mean, a lot of you guys are taking breaks from certain people and connections. You're separated. And I feel like that's because you're, like, maybe you have this, I don't know, maybe you feel like a calling, or maybe this is, seems like balance. Maybe you feel like in alignment when you do something or operate in a certain way. Yeah, so some of you guys, you could be working on something, you, God, your angels, etc., possibly finally in alignment. Completing things, closing out chapters. This message may not be for everyone. It is a collective. It's not a personal reading for anyone in particular. I'm just speaking based on my intuition, what I'm seeing from the cards. Only take what resonates for you. Welcome in. Trying to get the live to 15K. This video will be uploaded to my YouTube if you cannot stay for the whole message. This says Blessings of Ganesha. Hopefully I'm not pronouncing that wrong. Some of you guys can have names with Nisha. But when I looked at this card before determining the meaning, I looked at it as like abundance. Come on. So trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, trusting your path. What is not aligned or needs to be changed, ask yourself this. Align your life. Retreat, rest. This could already be happening or it could be encouraged. Yeah, there's still some type of heartbreak and pain here. Reciprocity could be significant. This song is called Woman by Doja Cat. Your name is Denisha. 3 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. See, as long as you're, I'm telling you, in alignment, surrendering, not going against what you believe, whatever, you're going to attract the life that you want. Confirm more of this 4 of Cups energy. Clarify this energy. Page of Wands. Yep. A childlike energy could be significant. An inexperienced energy. Good news, most definitely. Physically starting on something new. This could also be correlating to emotions. Thank you so much, Denisha. You're a Sag. Happy belated birthday. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Okay. Confirm the 7 of Wands. Maybe some of you guys, you had a vision, or you have visions. You could be a visionary. Yes, stand your ground when it comes to setting boundaries, when it comes to taking your power back, when it comes to any and everything. The 5 of Pentacles is out here. Tying to finances, health, in cases, but mainly with the message that I'm getting. Is to stand your ground. Don't settle. Or you're possibly going to come into some type of lack. It's almost like being abundant, being this divine being, etc. Trusting in yourself, remaining in alignment or getting into alignment. Be mindful of temptation or feeling bored or lonely to where you do things that doesn't align, because you're going to put yourself in energy of lack. You know, that's kind of like settling for people who are like lovers or friends who are not the best, not the healthiest. And then next thing you know, you're going to start coming into a lower vibrational space or having work to do that you didn't need to do prior, before making that type of choice or decision. It's just all about staying in alignment with your values, your, you know, continue to be committed, because abundance is here. You are someone who's abundant. Your life is abundant. And I feel like if you just keep going, like remaining in, you know, in a balanced space, you're not going to be disappointed, discontent. So maybe you're healing from certain things that has happened. The message can shift depending on who you are, because some of you guys, you're encouraged to be in this, like to step into these energies and do certain things. Others of you, you're already doing certain things. You're just being encouraged to keep going. But I do know that I'm picking up on someone who's very like hardworking, a person who doesn't really ask for help, really. They try to do things on their own. Even if it seems too big of a task. So maybe ego as well. And I'm getting Taurus energy. So it could be more stubborn energy rather. Well, ego, okay. Take it how it resonates. Picking up on stress though. Burden. A lot of work. Maybe there's a lot on someone's plate. All you gotta do is release things. Like if it doesn't align, if it's not that important, because sometimes we put things on our plate that we feel like we have to do, we need to do, or sometimes things that are not even our responsibilities. Like sometimes you just gotta, like imagine I have like a whole bunch of stuff in my hand. Sometimes you just gotta just throw it down. That ain't for me. It don't serve me. I'm just dry, adding more to my plate, and I don't have to. Under the Moon by Alex Isley is significant. Tell me more about this Lover's energy. Yeah, it's just basically union with self. Union with your reality, your life, your authentic self. Merging. This Lover's energy, yeah, we got the Nine of Cups. Exactly. Living a life that's fulfilling. Living a life that you've always wished for. Don't settle, don't self-sacrifice, don't carry unnecessary weight. You've been resilient on this journey. Some of you guys, you could have bruises, scarrings, headaches, bandages. But you don't no longer have to be in this soldier, tin hut. You know, it's like rest, relax. It's like calm, tranquility is coming in. Yes. Everything is coming into balance. This is going to be a path of reality. I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say, but of tranquility. Yeah. People are going to try to come into your energy. You just got to say no. You got to keep up the boundaries. Pour back into yourself. Heal yourself. Love yourself. Ask yourself, why do I want a relationship? A lot of times you won't even really know. It'll probably be so that you can feel love and all this other stuff that you can actually give to yourself. Like, I understand having friendships that are supportive and healthy, etc. But until then, there's some things that we have to do to pour back into ourselves, to heal, etc. Because some of you guys, there's some internal conflict. A lot of times you can't move forward and try to proceed in your life while there's conflicting things going on or whatever the case may be. Some of you guys, there's conflict within your relationships and all this other stuff. possibly due to ego and personality clashes and competition and, you know, just disagreements and fights. And it makes sense because we are currently in the Mercury retrograde, and some of you guys, this could be confirming things of the past, present, or future energy, things that have yet to happen. Shamanic healing oracles about to use next. Someone could be a shaman, have ancestors of shamans. We got ascension and sacred space in the reverse though. Now you can take the messages in reverse if you want. A lot of times people read the reversals as the complete opposite of an upright's meaning or a shadowed aspect. Some people just still look at it in upright. So that's up for you to determine based on your own life. Now ascension, moving on up, honey. If anything disturbs your peace, you're possibly going to be driven to move forward from it. If anything seems like it doesn't serve you, it's not adding to you, more so taking, draining, using you, whatever, possibly going to be encouraged. Some of you guys are already like, you're in this ascension energy, but I feel like maybe internally there's some type of like lack of peace in some type of way, which is crazy because the temperance is out here, which can still tie to peace. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe you guys are finally coming into this, or maybe it just takes this one thing to do to shift your energy into this. Yeah, there's the struggle on the back. So maybe some of you guys could be struggling with something, or maybe other people, they struggle with certain things, but it's not your responsibility to rescue someone, because a lot of you guys, you're still learning, evolving, growing, and healing. And a lot of times, you know, like, let God do what God do. That's why God exists for many people in your life and other people's life. Like, you're nobody's personal savior or whatever the case may be. I know a lot of people feel like their purpose is to uplift mankind and heal and do all this other stuff. But before you can tend to anybody else, you most definitely have to tend to self. And I feel like you should just live your life and let other people live theirs. And if they are not in alignment with you, then you got to surrender to that, because it's going to continue to be conflict. This song is called, it's by Lizzie Burchi. It's called Sala. Sala. It's N-S-A-L-A. Someone can have a very unique name, or something about, you know, similar to like Atlantis, like some places that picking up on like spiritual or something type of places. Ancient times, primordial times can be significant as well. Angel number 8. This swirl is very significant. And then I just started thinking of a maze. That's what I meant by we give ourselves karma. Whole time we're putting ourselves into situations, and then we point the finger, or we sit in victimization and whatever. That's what I'm saying. Integration. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for when I was talking about the union of self. And this can even be integrating light and dark. Shadow work could be a thing. And then forgiveness is here. Who is it that you need to forgive? Is it self? Is it others? Is it all of the above? Remind you, this doesn't have to just be your energy. It can also be other people's energy. But this is a reading for the Aquarian specifically. So, I mean, you know, I wouldn't really necessarily say this is a reading for someone else. I'm just saying, if it's somebody else's energy, like, oh, someone wants the collective's forgiveness, or someone is still needing to forgive, like that. That's what I mean by if it's somebody else's energy towards you, whoever the query is. Okay. Emperor energy. Something about the masculine energy. I'm picking up, yeah, most definitely giving balance. So the twos could be significant for this collective. Father figures, divine masculine, divine feminine. This song is called Just Friends. It's by EEM Triplin. This figure, it's reminding me of that show with that little wooden looking figure, but I don't really remember the name of it, but it's significant. Little people could be significant. That can even be like, instead of a literal sense, that could have just been you as like a child, your child self, especially because the Page of Wands was, well, this is the Page of Wands. It came out, and usually the page is like messenger energy or childlike energy. If it's not an actual child, it's like childlike energy, whether it's childishness, inexperience, and specifically wand energy is action energy, projects, work, you know, that type of stuff. So it could be all of those things I mentioned in the form of wand energy. Okay, stay with me now, stay with me. All right. In the midst of lack, whether someone doesn't have friends, they don't feel like they have all the finances in the world yet, keep pushing through. Keep trusting in yourself. Keep trusting in God. You will come into everything that you're wanting. There's a wish being granted. Somebody's going to really come into fulfillment, self-fulfillment, if they haven't already. But ascension is here, but not a sacred, no sacred space. Maybe someone, whether this is internal or external, something is not like a sacred space, or it's not as peaceful. But I feel like this is all a part of whatever plan this is, because a lot of challenges and this and that comes from, you know, that's what creates, you know, wisdom and helps people recognize their strength, or like all of it. It's not just for no reason, you know. I feel like the toughest times and battles, etc., you actually get more out of something than if something was to come easy, or, you know, all this other stuff. And this doesn't have to be the way that life goes. I know a lot of people feel like life is meant to be with ups and downs. But you're just starting off, you know. You started off as a person who was inexperienced, you know. And of course, if you don't know any better, you possibly won't really, you know, probably have to bump your head a few times, a couple hundred times. So it's like going from student to master. Going from inexperienced to experienced. Going from origin to finish. You know, the journey overall. If you want a calm life, create a calm life. If there are things interfering with this, nip it in the bud. Tend to it. Sometimes we can do our own work. What boundaries do we need to set? What do we need to reapproach, reflect upon, heal, grow, work on? Reunion. Thank you for the follow. Sarah. Someone can be in their 20s, or if you're not in your 20s are still significant for some reason. Well, I don't want to say it like for some reason, but somebody can be in their early 30s as well. Submission. Yeah, that's pretty much the message I'm getting. When it comes to self, when it comes to relationships, you're manifesting something, you're wishing for something, and this can happen. All it takes is a little commitment, balance, trust, resilience. Which I feel like you guys are already operating in the energy of resilience. Maybe there's been obstacles, maybe there's been stress, maybe there's been this and that. And I told y'all, depending on how we look at things, view things, what our beliefs are, that can basically create our reality. So if you're pretty much in the energy of pessimism, you know, I feel like you got to work on that. I created this saying that anything that's negative is false. I created that like a while ago. It's true. But you don't have to, anything I say is true. You don't have to feel like it's true. Okay? But that's just personally what I feel. So we know balance, tranquility, inner peace, God, commitments, values, beliefs, contracts, abundance, apathy, wish fulfillment, starting on something new that you probably never really started on before, or really like, yeah. Stand your ground, temporary hardship, even financially, stress, completing of a cycle, integration, ascension, sacred space. So overall, create the life that you want. Take accountability for how your life is. And if you want to change things or feel like something needs changing, make sure you do so. You are aiming for something in life. And yes, God and your angels, etc., are helping you get there, supporting you along the way. But you also have to do whatever it is that you need to do on your end. This is not God or the angel's life. It's yours. So live it, create it, enjoy it. And if something is out of alignment, align it. This is a time of calm and ease, so maybe you guys are finally coming into this space. And a lot of times, if you're not in that space yet, it's to come. Or maybe you're keeping yourself from experiencing that because of the apathy that you're in. Like I told y'all in the beginning, with this Four of Cups energy, sometimes we can miss out on things, whether that's feeling happy, coming into certain relationships with ourselves, others, etc., because of our own like funk that we're in, you know. Hi, thank you. The Wood People animated movie is called 10. Okay. Thank you. Yes, wood elements overall most definitely could be significant. Angel number 14, angel number 5, angel number 4, 7, 9. Angel number 5 is out here twice. 55 could be significant. We got 10 out here. Angel number 27, angel number 12, 24. Mirrored numbers can be significant as well. Angel number 144. 5, depending on whether it's astrology, not astrology, numerology, or tarot. The numbers can mean different things, but there's many meanings to these things, right? Tarot is very broad itself, numbers. So when I see 5, I usually think of freedom. In tarot specifically, I would probably think of problems, not enough solutions, questions, not a lot of answers, right? But aside from that, numerology based, I think of freedom, I think of change, stuff like that. You can add these numbers up together if they're like 2 digits. Either you can look at it as one whole, like 14 as one whole specific meaning, or you can break it down by subtracting it, 4 and 1, or adding 1 and 4. It's all up to you. Some people look at it as like time frames, days of the month, like for instance 14 January 4th, you know. I guess it's all up to you. It's just different things that will be a confirmation for you or resonate. Everything that I'm saying is meaning like a confirmation for you. Yes, we can fortune tell and like all of those things, but I don't want to stress nobody out, okay? Because sometimes we can stress ourselves out by trying to fortune tell something. It's not saying that we're wrong in what we're fortune telling, but sometimes there's this space where you don't fully really know something. Like for instance, if I see something and it's representing cheating, if it's not this strong pull intuitively, etc., and there's like this in and out of, okay, this cheating is here, but I don't know. Like whenever there's an I don't know in the middle, just go ahead and release it, y'all. Okay, we don't got time. I'm not here to stress nobody out. Not here to stress no one out. So if you know that you're on the right path, okay, cool. If I said something that made you feel like you weren't on the right path, maybe this is just confirming. Maybe there's some things that you need to pay more attention to, or maybe don't even take the message. Just leave it for somebody else, because apparently you're on the right path to you, okay? But it's pretty much what I'm saying. Now, so far as with people in particular, because I was trying to keep it as general and biased as possible, but I do know that a romantic connection could be significant. A union of self could be significant. Relationships overall, even if it's not romantic, you know, platonic could be a thing. Stuff like that. I'm picking up that sometimes you may feel like people are struggling or seeing someone struggle. Maybe you're in this energy of standing your ground in something. Financially, within your own energy. Maybe you're protective over something or of you, or detaching from materialistic things, or just different stuff that I'm picking up on. Let's see. Yeah, with this Temperance energy, we've got the Four of Wands. Stability, building something, being able to build further because of a solid foundation here. Celebratory energies like graduations, baby showers. A home could be a thing, amongst other things. And then the Eight of Pentacles here, working on something, paying attention to detail, focusing on one thing at a time. You know, Pentacle energy doesn't have to just tie to finances. It can also tie to health, material values, etc. Temperance energy, we talked about that already. So, like I said, I feel like you guys are working on something. Coming into this energy, whether you're working on yourself, reality overall, this, that, whatever. Therefore, balance is going to come into play. This and that is going to come into play. Or maybe you guys are finally coming to this energy because of the things that you've already done already. You worked on some things, which is now helping you be able to create some type of solid foundation. This song is by Mac King. It's called Candy Crush. Phone games could be significant. Thank you so much for the gifts. Welcome to the team. January 2014. Oh, okay. Yeah. He said, just because you can hate me doesn't mean hate me. Remember we picked up on their forgiveness energy? Just because you can buy something don't mean buy it, especially if you're working on saving your finances. Just because you feel alone and, you know, you feel like something isn't fully how you want it, like, that's what I'm saying. You got to be strict with yourself. You got to stand firm on your boundaries and whatever you want in life. If somebody is not showing up how you want how you want them to show up, I guess you got to turn the other cheek, honey. Maybe eventually they'll get it together when they see that you're setting them boundaries, or maybe they won't, and that's fine, because at least you'll be able to come into connection with people who are actually in this energy Just like how if it's people who are seeking someone like you and they've turned down different people, and then they came across you, because you never know. Some of y'all, people are purposely not around you because your energy and being protected, etc. So when people are doing their own work in their own individual lives and they're being able to attract themselves to you, you know, it's just like alignment. And then I'm thinking of that dust yourself off and try again song, especially if you feel like you've failed at something. There's no such thing as failures, but lessons are just as grand as blessings. Some of y'all, you were possibly for years, you know, bump your head learning. And now there's something happening. This possibly is going on subconsciously, something that you really couldn't even see, or something that's still hidden to you. Internally and externally, balance, peace, tranquility is going to exist if it's not already. Being able to build further on solid foundation, working on something. Some of y'all are encouraged to get into this energy. Some of y'all have probably been a bit lazy. Confirm. He said, bring me laughter, bring me joy. And it's like, whatever you're asking for from the universe, what is it that you can do on your end? Because universe can say, all right, here you go. You know, and it's like, are you receptive to something? Are you in the space to receive? And even vice versa to other people who are trying to be in your energy. I want true love. And here comes a divine being. And they fumble. Like, come on now. You know? This is not to, like, blame anybody or, like, exile them or anything. But do you really want what you say you want? Confirm this high energy. 3 of Wands. That's what I'm saying. When something is seen, it just cannot be unseen. We have an awakening. You just can't go back to being blind. Some of you guys are attracting a solid foundation within love because you are doing the work internally, etc. Or at least you're on this path and journey of coming into this. It's like a work in progress. I don't know if some of y'all hear people be like, I'm a work in progress. This song is by Osa. It's called Switch. Yin and yang energy could be significant. Light and dark. Opposites. Anticipating the future. Travel could be significant. Yes, I do love readings. Balance. Back and forth. See, I feel like the goal, the vision has always been the same. It's just our actions, thoughts. Like, those are the things that changes. But the goal, what's going on, like, soul-wise, that remained the same. There's big opportunities and changes happening. Or being granted. What is business affiliation? Something new here. Some of y'all about to be receiving some abundance. This could be in the form of finances. Maybe a check about to come in. See, get yourself out of the energy. Don't feel like you can't. Like, sometimes if we don't even create an idea to begin with because we already are possibly thinking negatively, like an example is feeling like something won't work out, so you won't really put too much work or effort into it anyway. You know, it's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you never really know. Sometimes those are just illusions. You know, sometimes we just don't see things. The Page of Swords is being confirmed with this Four of Cups energy. More Page energy. Usually this is new ideas and curiosity and stuff like that. Talkative energy. Some of y'all are not even talking to people anymore. Some of y'all could finally be healing from a situation or getting over a situation, but you possibly are still not feeling the best about it. But you're slowly not thinking about someone anymore or something anymore. Yes, Queen of Swords, stand your ground. Or stand your ground when it comes to your discernment and astute energy. That's what I was telling y'all before. A Queen of Swords second guessing herself would be crazy. She's the Queen of Swords for a reason. Came into all of this wisdom and whatever the case may be because of the trials and tribulations. It's basically wisdom and good judgment. On me. Some of you guys have a wish of wealth. Breaking generational curses, financial security, a legacy, a home. This is being granted. Some of you guys, it's not going to happen overnight. But you've been on this journey for years now, if that makes you feel better. This could be, like I said, richness within and outside of self. But this is coming into fruition. Something could be at a standstill. I feel like that could be your doing, simply because, like I said, a lot of y'all been running on fume, you know? You need your energy. Hello, I'm good. Thank you for the compliment. This song is by Doja Cat. It's called Get Into It. It's not that loud because I do post my videos on YouTube, and sometimes YouTube likes to copyright stuff. Some of you guys, there's good news here. Good news. Be mindful of haste, especially when it comes to like your thoughts. Sometimes your thoughts can like come in and then you'll instantly act. Today I'm doing $25 readings. Are you able to afford that? Some of y'all, you're going to have this spark to physically start on something if you haven't already, or this is just encouraging you to do so. Because a lot of you guys, you have like bright ideas, good ideas. Just take charge towards them, especially if it's some type of opportunity, etc. But just, once again, be mindful, because I don't know what thoughts y'all have for me to just say that and just leave it at that. So just be mindful of haste. Think things through. It's okay to take time and sit on something. Like, you don't have to really rush. Yes, okay. This song is by KWN. It's called One Way or Another. I'm about to get ready to wrap up the collective, Ms. Denisha, if you do want to get on the list, so I can get started on you. Lack. Five of Pentacles is being confirmed by the Ten of Swords with some type of painful ending. Ever since some type of painful ending, somebody hasn't fully been back like themselves. But don't worry. Alrighty, love. Thank you for your trust and your support. Confirm the Ten of Wands. Confirm the Ten of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Stress. Some of you guys could be saving up for a huge purpose. Not purpose. That could be significant. A huge purchase like car, home. But some of y'all, this may be stressful. Maybe sometimes if something seems like difficult, stressful, delays, maybe try a different approach, or maybe there's a reason why behind it. You don't have to think negative though, but girl, you know that I've been watching. Somebody could be watching you, talking about you. Talking about you doesn't have to be in a negative way, but it could be some type of gossip for some of you guys. Thank you. This song is called Will I See You Again. It's by These Sacred Souls. Miss Denisha, I did get your payment, love. You're wanting a love reading? You went on the website. So my website is basically view only, but I believe you went somewhere else. You went on like Jotform or something of that sort. But I don't believe it lets you send me any payments through there. Did it tell you to, did it bring up something to where you sent something? Somebody wants to know if they will see you again, collective. Some people, could be some type of soulmate union or someone you had a contract with. Maybe they got a reading done. So I have to cash, it says submitted. When you go on like Jotform or something like that and you click submit or whatever it says, but it doesn't give you the option to send anything, then you basically just submit it. Okay, this is what I want. Basically, I had this just so you guys wouldn't have to explain to me certain things. You could just submit it and then I'll see what you want and then you pay. But I just wanted to make sure you don't. Okay. But I'll probably take this off of my Linktree because it's just extra at this point. I was just trying to make sure you didn't pay and then was going to pay again. Because I'm like, I could have sworn it doesn't let you pay me anything on there. Because I don't have any of my payment options linked to it. Yes. Okay, that's fine. You can cash at me. Have Chime, Cash App. Alright, cleansing the energy within around. That was a few messages that I had for the collective, you guys. I was trying to see if I wanted to add something else to it, but that's pretty much the message. But I was picking up on that other person. Like, this could be a new person, or it could be someone who you are, somebody that you already connected with. I feel like you guys are attracting something stable. Yes. Like I told y'all, whether it's finances, love, etc. This may not happen like within a blink of an eye or overnight. But this is most definitely promised to you in this lifetime. Okay, Miss Denisha, I did receive your payment, love. Thank you again for your trust and your support. This song is by Mooney Long. It's called Ruined Me. Okay, Miss Denisha, would you like a love reading, like a romantic message between you and someone in particular? If so, could you confirm if this is a partner of yours, an ex? Same. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close out the collective. I return the collective's energy back to them, and I release my energy back to me. Don't forget to give me a follow. You may never see my face again. This is my backup account. I do have a main account. It's Ravishing Reads. This one is called Ravishing Reads 2.0. The list is now open for personals, you guys. Okay. Cleansing energy within the last one. Let's focus on Denisha's energy.